Let's name the best active NBA player at every age from youngest to oldest. The youngest active NBA player at 18 years old is Jalen Duren, who was born on November 18, 2003. He was drafted 13th overall by the Pistons. The best 19-year-old in the NBA is easily Jayson Tatum. Just kidding, my pick is Josh Giddey. Now, Paolo and Jabari Smith have potential to shock the league and make a splash as rookies, but since we don't know just how well they will perform at the NBA level as of yet, and we do know how well Josh can play at the NBA level, this pick right now easily goes to Josh. Josh Giddey was born on October 10th, 2002. The best 20-year-old in the NBA is without question Jalen Green, who was born on February 9th, 2002. Fun fact, I was also born on February 9th, so we share the same birthday. Green just came off an impressive rookie season averaging over 17 points per game. The best 21-year-old in the NBA has some tough competition. For starters, you have last season's Rookie of the Year race with Evan Mobley, Scottie Barnes, and Cade Cunningham. But for more experience, I gotta go with Anthony Edwards, who is entering his third NBA season. Anthony was born on August 5th, 2001. For me, the best 22-year-old in the NBA is no question Zion Williamson. I understand he's had a bumpy ride so far due to injuries, but I think he's about to show the world why he went number 1 overall in the 2019 draft. He got his body into great shape as shown in the recent media day, and I think the Pelicans as a whole unit are about to really make some noise. Zion was born on July 6th, 2000. As for 23, this is a debate between Luka Dončić and Ja Morant. While Ja is a great player and both of these players are probably future MVPs, as of this moment, I think Luka is more closer to that MVP caliber type of player, considering his team relies on him far more than the Grizzlies rely on Ja. Luka was born February 28th, 1999. For 24, we have the likes of Trae Young, Desmond Bane, and Jayson Tatum. All three of these players are great, but I think the choice here is clear. We have to go with Jayson Tatum even though Jayson is only 19. He was born on March 3rd, 1998, so you do the math and figure that one out. Next up, we have my current age of 25. The best NBA player at this age is debate between Devin Booker and Jaylen Brown. Both of these players are great choices, but I think my pick here is Devin, as he's a better offensive threat. Brown might have the better defensive edge, but that gap on offense is far wider than the gap on defense is. Booker was born on October 30th, 1996. The best NBA player at age 26 is a close call between Donovan Mitchell and Dejounte Murray. I'm going with Spider-Man here since I think offensively he's far more dangerous, but I will say that Murray is the better defender as he is the 2022 steals champion, but he only averaged about a half point more steals at 2 per game compared to Donovan's 1.5. While Murray has a defensive edge, I think the gap in offense on Mitchell's side is wider than the gap in defense on Murray's side. Donovan isn't a great defender, but statistically speaking, he is an average defender. Donovan was born on September 7th, 1996. At age 27 is the toughest call here. We got Giannis Antetokounmpo versus Nikola Jokic, and I will mainly reiterate what I did in my active heights list video, since they're both 6'11" too. Man, these guys are like destined to go off against each other. Bucks Nuggets finals when? While Nikola is the more efficient player and better passer, the gap in defense is much wider than the gap in offense. So considering two-way play, my pick here goes to the Greek Freak, who was born on December 6, 1994. Age 28 has great picks. Some choices include Pascal Siakam and Fred VanVleet, but my pick here easily is Joel Embiid, who is a strong MVP favorite heading into next season. Joel Embiid was born on March 16, 1994. My pick for the best 29-year-old in the NBA is Anthony Davis. And while last season specifically, day-to-day Davis had health issues. However, I think Anthony is ready to give 2023 a go, and I'm optimistic that the whole Lakers franchise wants to rebound from last season and not have a rewind of last season, no pun intended. Anthony Davis was born on March 11th, 1993. And now we're reaching the over 30 category. The best 30-year-old in the NBA is Uncle Drew, and while Uncle Drew looks much older, he's actually the 30-year-old Kyrie Irving, who has one of the best handles in NBA history. Kyrie Irving was born on March 23rd, 1992. 31 easily goes to the Terminator, Kawhi Leonard. The Claw was programmed on June 29th, 1991. 32 is a really tough call. We got Klay Thompson, Damian Lillard, and Paul George. I would really like to choose Klay, but I think his better days are behind him, though he's still an excellent player. Damian is still a bit of a question mark heading into next season, so my pick as of this upload is going to be Paul George, especially if we're factoring both ends of the court. Even though Klay's a pretty solid defender himself, I think as of right now, Paul is the better defender. George was born on May 2nd, 1990. Age 33 is a really tough call. You got James Harden, Jimmy Butler, and DeMar DeRozan. Offensively, we could have a debate all day long between James Harden and DeMar DeRozan. But if we're factoring both ends of the court, Jimmy Butler is not too far behind offensively, but defensively, I think he clears both of these players. So if we're factoring two-way play, I gotta give this one to Jimmy Butler. Jimmy was born on September 14th, 1989. Age 34 is a debate between Steph Curry and Kevin Durant, who just recently turned 34 on September 29th. Now, one of these players is the Finals MVP of last season, the other got swept in the first round. Not that that's going to influence my pick per se, but maybe that's a hint of who I'm choosing, and that's the best shooter in NBA history, Steph Curry. Curry was born on March 14th, 1988. There are not that many prominent NBA players aged 35 as of this upload yet. One of the more notable ones is Danny Green, who while isn't the player he was in his prime, he's still a great shooter and three-point specialist. Danny was born on June 22nd, 1987. As for age 36, this is a close call between Al Horford and Kyle Lowry. If we're talking primes and overall careers, I would take Kyle Lowry over Horford, but as of this age, currently, it seems like Horford is aging better and playing at a higher level deep into his career. So for this specific video and theme, he gets my pick here. Al was born on June 3rd, 1986. Father Time might be undefeated, but this player so far is putting up a good fight. The best NBA player at age 37 is no question LeBron James, who is one of the best NBA players regardless of age. He is probably the best 37-year-old in NBA history, but maybe Kareem would like to have a word with that. LeBron was born on December 30th, 1984. The best 38-year-old in the NBA is a close call between Andre Iguodala and Carmelo Anthony. If we're talking peak primes, I'm taking Melo here easily, but in this day and age, deep into their careers, I think the value that Andre brings to the table of veteran toughness and defense is better than the little extra scoring punch Anthony still has over Iggy at this age. Andre Iguodala was born on January 28th, 1984. And last but not least, the oldest active NBA player and one of the oldest all time is Udonis Haslem. Haslem has an opportunity to be the oldest NBA player in history if the Heat franchise does indeed want to keep giving him player contracts and have him ride the bench as a coach type figure. I don't see why they can't do it, and while he does play limited minutes, he still can play ball. Nat Hickey is the oldest all-time player who played up until age 45. Haslem is close to that as he was born on June 9th, 1980. So here is the best active NBA player at every age from youngest to oldest. Let me know what you think of this list and what you want to see in the future. Don't forget to dunk on that like button and subscribe with notifications turned on. I'm Rebound Rewind, and I'll fast forward to you later.